Good day, I'm Robert Chase, and these are today's top stories from Miami Money Report on PulseNews. Florida Gators men's basketball will open their 2026-27 season against the Miami Hurricanes. This significant in-state rivalry game is set for Tampa. The matchup marks the official campaign tip-off for both programs. This neutral site game is poised to deliver a substantial economic boost to the Tampa Bay area. Hotels, restaurants, and local businesses anticipate a significant surge in consumer spending. Tourism dollars will flow into the region, driven by thousands of visiting fans. Both the University of Florida and the University of Miami stand to gain substantial revenue. This includes significant ticket sales and valuable media rights agreements. Such a high-profile opener provides early national exposure for both basketball programs. This enhances their recruiting efforts for future talent. Coach Todd Golden's Gators will face a consistently strong Miami team. The outcome of this early contest could critically shape the entire season's trajectory. A powerful start is essential for building momentum towards NCAA tournament contention. This game underscores Florida's deep college basketball tradition. It also emphasizes the intense athletic competition within the state. The choice of Tampa as a neutral site makes the game accessible to a broad fan base. It solidifies Tampa's reputation as a prime destination for major sporting events. Planning for event logistics and security will demand considerable resources. This marquee event promises immense attention for college basketball. The economic benefits extend well beyond just game day activities. This long-standing rivalry consistently ignites passion among alumni and supporters. It drives viewership and boosts merchandise sales. Local job creation, even temporary, contributes positively to the regional economy. This game represents a major investment for all stakeholders involved. It guarantees a thrilling start to the basketball year. This is a prime example of sports driving commerce. Moving on, Florida approves $15 million for security at Miami Catholic schools. Florida approved $15 million for security enhancements at Miami Catholic schools. This state appropriation aims to bolster overall safety across the Archdiocese of Miami's educational institutions. Legislative approval and the governor's signature formalize this critical commitment. It involves the state, the Archdiocese, and thousands of students, teachers, and staff. The context for this funding is a nationwide focus on school safety. Persistent concerns over violence spurred calls for stronger protective measures. This allocation targets private religious schools, a notable expansion of state security funding. Historically, state aid prioritized public districts, marking a significant policy shift. The immediate impact will be tangible security improvements. Miami Catholic schools can now invest in advanced surveillance, fortified access points, and increased security personnel. This injection alleviates a significant burden on the Archdiocese. It frees funds for educational programs. Parents in the community anticipate greater safety and peace of mind. Possible consequences are wide-ranging. It sets a precedent for other private schools to seek similar state funding. Debates around church-state separation may intensify concerning public money benefiting religious institutions. Equitable resource distribution between public and private schools could arise. This underscores public investment in secure learning for all Florida students. Now to our next story. South Florida homeowners react to state's property tax cut proposal. South Florida homeowners are reacting strongly to a significant state property tax cut proposal. This plan, currently under consideration in Tallahassee, aims to reduce the financial burden on residents. Property taxes have surged across the region, driven by skyrocketing home values and rising insurance premiums. Many homeowners describe their current tax bills as unsustainable. This proposal offers a potential reprieve for families struggling with the affordability crisis. State legislators introduced the measure this week. It targets residential properties. The background to this situation is critical. For years, South Florida has faced an escalating housing crisis. Property taxes represent a substantial portion of monthly housing costs. Past attempts to mitigate these costs have seen mixed results. The current proposal seeks a more aggressive reduction. Proponents argue it will stimulate the local economy and help keep families in their homes. Critics, however, warn of significant consequences for local government budgets. They fear cuts to essential services. Schools, infrastructure projects, and public safety could all face reduced funding. The immediate impact on individual homeowners could be substantial, immediate relief. Experts estimate average savings could range into the hundreds or even thousands annually. This money could then be reinvested or used to offset other rising costs. Conversely, counties and cities would need to find alternative revenue streams. This could lead to increased fees or service reductions elsewhere. The legislative debate is expected to be intense. This is a complex issue with no easy answers for Florida's future. Residents are urged to follow developments closely. The final shape of this proposal remains uncertain. Its passage would redefine financial landscapes across South Florida. Moving on, Florida's new history course flunks as a tool for education. Florida's new state history course faces intense criticism. Educators call it a failure as an education tool. The Florida Department of Education launched the curriculum. Governor Ron DeSantis backed these changes. It is part of a broader state initiative. It redefines history instruction in public schools. Critics argue the material lacks accuracy. They cite omissions and biased interpretations. This includes downplaying civil rights and slavery. Background involves recent legislative efforts. Florida laws now target classroom content. These laws control educational narratives. Previous legislation restricted discussions on race and gender. This history course aligns with that trend. Supporters claim patriotism, opponents fear student indoctrination. The immediate impact is significant. Teachers face pressure adapting. Students may gain an incomplete historical view. This impedes critical thinking. Universities monitor the situation. Florida's educational reputation is at risk. This deters families and businesses from moving here. Possible consequences include legal challenges. Lawsuits against the state are probable. Public trust in education may decline. Florida risks a long-term quality drop. This directly affects the future workforce. A less informed workforce impacts competitiveness. Florida's financial health depends on its education system. This controversial course threatens that foundation. Now to our next story. How Miami taxpayers could be left holding a $400 bill for luxury real estate. Miami-Dade County taxpayers face a potential $400 million bill. This looming financial crisis stems from a luxury real estate development project. The Adler Group, a prominent developer, is at the center of this controversy. Their ambitious mixed-use project near the Dadeland North Metrorail station has stalled. Construction has stopped. Bondholders are now seeking repayment. Miami-Dade County guaranteed these bonds. The project was conceived as a transit-oriented development. It was meant to bring affordable housing and retail to the area. Instead, it delivered an incomplete structure and significant financial risk. The Adler Group is reportedly defaulting on loans. This puts county guarantees into play. The $400 million figure represents the outstanding debt. Taxpayers could ultimately bear this burden. This situation highlights risks within public-private partnerships. Such deals aim to spur development with public backing. Here, the public assumes substantial liability without commensurate return. Local officials are now scrambling. They must assess the full financial exposure. This could lead to difficult budget decisions. Property taxes may rise. Cuts to essential public services are also a possibility. The project's failure also means a loss of promised affordable housing. It significantly damages confidence in future development agreements. Legal battles are expected as bondholders pursue their claims. This pressing fiscal challenge demands immediate attention. Miami Money Report will continue to track these developments closely. That's all for now from Miami Money Report. I'm Robert Chase. Subscribe to Pulse News so you never miss a story.